On this day in history, September 9, Pope Sergius I's reign as the Catholic Pope ended on September 9, 701. He was known for his opposition to the Byzantine emperor's attempt to impose certain doctrinal changes, and his role in shaping the liturgy of the Western Church. The Battle of Svolder on September 9, 1000, was a major naval confrontation in the Baltic Sea where King Olaf Tryggvason of Norway was defeated by a coalition of enemies, leading to his dramatic death as he leaped overboard, ending his rule and influencing the power dynamics in Scandinavia. The Treaty of Neuberg on September 9, 1379 divided the Austrian Habsburg territories between Dukes Albert III and Leopold III, leading to the creation of the Albertine and Leopoldine lines, which would shape the political landscape of Central Europe for generations. The Battle of Krbava Field on September 9, 1493, was a devastating defeat for the Croats in their struggle against the Ottoman Empire, leading to significant casualties and marking a critical moment in the ongoing resistance against Ottoman expansion into Europe. The Battle of Flodden on September 9, 1513 saw English forces decisively defeat the Scots near Branxton in Northumberland, resulting in the death of King James IV of Scotland, the last British monarch to die in battle, which had profound consequences for Scottish sovereignty and the Tudor monarchy. On September 9, 1543, Mary Stuart, just 9 months old, was crowned Queen of Scots in Stirling, marking the beginning of a tumultuous reign that would be dominated by political intrigue, religious conflict, and her eventual downfall. The Roman Inquisition ordered the burning of all copies of the Talmud and other Jewish texts in Rome's Campo de' Fiori on September 9, 1553, a significant act of religious persecution that reflected the broader campaign against Jewish intellectual and religious life in Europe. Pope Paul IV refused to crown Ferdinand I of Austria as Holy Roman Emperor on September 9, 1556, reflecting the tense relationship between the papacy and the Habsburgs, and emphasizing the Pope's desire to limit Habsburg influence in European politics. The Cypriot city of Nicosia fell to the Ottomans on September 9, 1570, after a brutal siege, leading to the massacre of an estimated 20,000 citizens and the enslavement of the survivors, marking a tragic event in the Ottoman-Venetian Wars and solidifying Ottoman control over Cyprus. California was admitted as the 31st state of the Union on September 9, 1850, while the territories of New Mexico and Utah were created, significantly shaping the future expansion and political landscape of the United States. On September 9, 1911, the first European post was delivered by air, with a flight from Hendon to Windsor, England, marking a milestone in the development of airmail services and the growing use of aviation for practical purposes. French aviator Jules Védrines became the first person to fly over 100 miles per hour, reaching a speed of 107 miles per hour, 172 kilometers per hour, on September 9, 1912, marking a significant achievement in the early days of aviation and pushing the boundaries of flight technology. Russian pilot Lieutenant Pyotr Nestorov performed the first full aerial loop in his Nieuport for monoplane over Soretsk Aerodrome near Kiev on September 9, 1913, a pioneering stunt that initially got him punished for risking government equipment, but later earned him recognition for his innovative contributions to aerobatics. During World War I, the British Army created its first fully mechanized unit on September 9, 1914, the Canadian Automobile Machine Gun Brigade, reflecting the evolving nature of warfare and the increasing role of mechanized forces on the battlefield. The Spanish Cortes granted autonomy to Catalonia, acknowledging the region's distinct identity and marking a significant moment in Spain's complex regional history on September 9, 1932. On September 9, 1939, the Nazi army reached Warsaw during the invasion of Poland, leading to a brutal siege and signaling the rapid expansion of Nazi forces in the early stages of World War II. First bug in a computer program discovered by Grace Hopper on September 9, 1945, a moth was removed with tweezers from a relay and taped into the log. On September 9, 1965, Tibet was designated an autonomous region of China, a status that has remained contentious, as it reflects China's control over the region despite Tibetan calls for greater independence. The first successful test flight of the Saturn V rocket occurred on September 9, 1967, marking a critical milestone in the U.S. space program and paving the way for the Apollo missions that would eventually land humans on the moon. Apple Records released John Lennon's iconic album Imagine in the U.S. on September 9, 1971, which became a chart-topping success worldwide and is renowned for its title track, a powerful anthem for peace. Cavers discovered a connection between the Mammoth Cave Ridge and Flint Ridge cave systems in Kentucky on September 9, 1972, creating the world's longest known cave system, which was later mapped at over 420 miles, 676 kilometers. The 1972 Olympic basketball final between the Soviet Union and the United States ended in controversy, as the final 3 seconds were replayed multiple times until the Soviets secured a 51-50 victory, sparking protests and disputes over the fairness of the game's outcome. The miniseries Band of Brothers, based on Stephen E. Ambrose's book and produced by Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks, premiered on September 9, 2001, becoming the most expensive miniseries ever made at that time and receiving widespread acclaim for its portrayal of World War II. Also on September 9, 2001, at 1:46 and 40 seconds Universal Time Coordinated, the Unix clock reached 1 billion milliseconds since January 1, 1970, a significant moment for Unix-based systems, which recognize that date as the start of their timekeeping. We appreciate your time. Share this informative video with friends and family, like if you loved it, and don't forget to subscribe for more epic historical content.